everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to make a simple spreadsheet with Google Docs. In order to use Google Docs, you just have to have a YouTube account or a Google account. I guess a Gmail account would also suffice as well. Gmail, YouTube, and Google are all basically part of Google. So you just create an account and you can go to this website right here or URL, and you can access, you could create a document, I guess a spreadsheet, and some other stuff as well. But today I'll be talking about how you can create a spreadsheet with Google Docs, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So I just went there, go here, and then I'm just going to create a simple spreadsheet. Let's say I want to create a spreadsheet about spending or something, my budget. So I'm going to click on the A cell. I'm going to call that date. Next cell, I'm going to create something called amount. I mean spent. I'll call it spent. And the next cell, I'll put received, like how much money I made that day or something like that. Actually, let's change this a little bit. Spent. We'll call it details. Details for spent. Details spent. Next one, I'm going to type received. Detail received. This is all arbitrary, all the stuff I put here. You can put whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put total amount, sum total. So how much I have in my balance or something. So let's start. Let's say today's 26th, and let's say I spent $50, and $50 spent was eating. I mean, I'll put lunch. Eating out lunch. Okay. And let's say I have $1,000 in my bank account. So that's a sum total. So the next day. So we want to put an amount for sum total. I'm going to put equals. The cell here is F3, I think. F3. And I want to add B3 plus C3. So this cell and this cell. Enter. So there's nothing in there. So for here I want to put equals $1,000 plus B2. That'll be 1,050, right? The total. And let's say the next day I spent $20. Car wash. And let's say I received, I didn't receive anything that day. So I'm going to go here, push down on it. No, I screwed up there. So it is equal to F3, F2, that's the one right there, plus E3 plus D3. So that's a total for the next day. So let's say the next day was my payday, let's say, and I have received, let's say, $1,000 or something, and I would say this is payroll, and here I would put, and I spent $0 that day. So let's see what this is. All I have to do is just shift it down. I think I made a boo-boo here. Okay, so it is equal to F3 plus okay, let's say I go down here. Okay, I have $2,070. Okay, that looks right. 2021. Whoops. And the next day, I spent $1,200 car maintenance, car repair. F2 plus D3 minus, I guess I'll put B3. Then this will be more accurate then, obviously. Okay, we'll do that. Now I'll just scroll down all this. That looks about right. Let's see if it is right or not. So I started out with 1,050. I spent 20 that day, 1,030. Made 1,000 on the 28th. Spent 200. Okay, this looks about right now. So all I have to do is just keep scrolling down, and this would add the dates on here automatically. Let's see, the next day I spent, okay, if you didn't spend anything, you could do that as well. You could just scroll down. That's good. The next day I made $1,500 in the stock market. I sold some stocks. Okay, so that's how you do it. You just create a simple budgeting thing right here, a spreadsheet with basically Google Spreadsheet. It's very simple. And let's see. You could make this a little more complicated if you want. You could put other stuff as well, like let's say I wanted something more complicated, like let me delete this and start over. Just highlight and press delete. That gets rid of all of it. So let's say I want to put I have various platforms that I have, that I'm making from. Let's say I sell on eBay. Let's say I sell on Amazon. Call this stocks. We'll call this, I guess, my job or whatever. And we'll put another thing here. I guess miscellany. Let me think of something. We'll put expenses. Okay. And the next thing we'll put profit. Profits, plural. Let's start on the 26th. Let's see, on eBay I made $300. I sold $300. And Amazon, let's see, I sold 100. In the stock market I made $300. My job, I didn't get paid that day, so 0. So expenses, let's say, of course you're spending money when you're selling stuff on platforms. So let's say I spent maybe $120. So I would calculate this now. Is equal to B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 minus F2, because that's expenses, right? So that's my profit basically. And we'll put another one called gross sales. And we'll make a different one here. So gross sales is equal to B2, which you see highlighted there, plus C2 plus D2. And I'm not going to add my job here because job is different, So job should not be in there. So I'm going to take out E because E is not a job. I'm going to create another cell called total income. Okay. Total income is, let's see, B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 minus F2. Or let's do something a little bit easier. It's equal to, I guess, profits G2. We could simplify it, plus E2. So I guess my total income is 580. So next one, next day, let's say I made 0 on eBay. Let's say I made $400. that's my payday or something, 2,000, and I spent about maybe $200 to make $250 to make 400 on eBay. And of course I probably paid some trading fees, so let's put 260 or something. So my total profit, so this time we're going to add it here. Profit is equal to total income. Okay. Let's see if this works. Sales. Looks good. My total income. Let's see if that's right. $400 for Amazon, $500 for stocks, 2,000 minus 260. Okay, that's 2,640. That looks about right. But we want to add something else here as well. So I want to put I2 as well. Do you know why I put I2 in here? Because we've got to add the total income from the previous to the total income that was made that date. This is why. So let's say the 28th. 0 here. I made 0 here. 1,000 in the stock market, trading stocks, let's say 0 there. Expenses, let's say it was $10 or something. No, it's $5. Profit. What would the profit be? Automatically it should figure that out. $995, good. My gross sales, 1,000. No, that doesn't sound right. Okay, gross sales right. I sold 1,000. Okay, that's correct. Go here. My total income. I have to add the previous 3,220 plus 1,000 I made in the stock market minus 5, so that's 4,215. That looks about right. To the next one, next part of the spreadsheet. Next day, I made $100. $100 here. I made $0. Let's say I don't think I'll be selling any stocks at a loss, but let's say I did sell it at a loss, $200. Sometimes that could happen because you could be selling stocks at a loss because the stock that you bought is plummeting, you know, and I need 0 for my job. And expense was, let's say $5 for trading or something. No, not just $5. I also have expenses of selling stuff, right? So let's say 70, 140. So 145 for my expenses. Total profit. So what we could do here is get it like this. Just shift it down and everything comes out. So is the total profit correct here? So I add eBay, Amazon, minus 200. negative 145 is correct for profit. How about gross sales? 200, 200. Gross sales C5, E6. Okay. Gross sales. That's not correct. Gross sales should be negative 145. Not 45. I don't know how that happened. Jeez. Let's see. Screwed up in gross sales here. That's equal to B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus expenses minus F3. Okay, that looks correct. Gross sales. Now that's correct. Okay, I made a little boo-boo there, so let's see if gross sales is correct here. 1,000 on stocks minus 5,995 looks correct. For cell A5, it'll be actually B5. Okay, 1,000, 100, 100 minus 200 plus minus 145. Okay, that looks correct. I want to see if there's any fallacies here. Total income is B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3 minus F3. Okay. I want to see if that's correct. And I also have to add the previous as well. I2. So let's see if that's correct. My total income for that year, that so far, is 580 from I2. 400 right there. Next is 500. 2,000 minus 260. That's correct. Okay, good. See if that's correct as well. I just want to check it to see if it is correct. So 3,220 above 1,000 minus 5. So 4,215. Okay, good. Next one. minus 200 for the stocks, plus minus 145, so it's 4,070. Okay, that's good. And do you know why I put negative here? You have to put negative here because it's not in the equation, basically. Next, 30th, 21, 78, 0, 0, 0. Of course, there'll be 0 expenses as well, profit and everything. So it should be 0, 0, and that's correct. Let's say there was no activity for several days. Good. 0 here, 0 here. Whoops. 0. Expenses would be 0. Profit. Let's say I put fuel in my car or something, and it took $40 to fill up that tank of gas. Alright, let's see what I get here. I spent $40. Gross sales. I screwed up here. I'm going to do gross sales. Gross sales is sales overall, basically. So let's kind of like redo this part here. So equals, we'll put H2, we got to add what was there previously, plus B3, which you see highlighted, C3 plus D3. Minus F3, and that looks more or less correct for gross sales. So overall sales just shifted all the way down. Let's check if that's correct. So in number 4, we got 2,000. We're gonna start here. So 1340, that was from previous, and this time around I made $1,000. Stock market, I spent $5. Okay, so that's correct. The next thing I want to check is 2335. That's what I made previously. And I have to add up all these. So eBay I made 100. Amazon I made 100, let's say. Stock market I lost 200. And I spent 145. So that's correct as well. So everything looks good here. $0. Let's see. $110. Job 0. Expenses. I spent $5. No. It costs stuff to buy stuff at eBay and stuff like that. So let's say I spent $30, $25, including the fee. So I just get it here. Your profit is 135. Is that correct? 50, 100. Spent 25, 135. Good. Gross sales. So 2150 plus 135. That's correct. Total income. Previous income 6,030 plus. Profit good. That's how you could create some kind of simple spreadsheet for let's say a business or something, kind of like a business application. And that's how you can do it. Spreadsheets are pretty useful to use. So each one of these things, these blocks, are called cells basically, and you could put stuff in the cells, and you could use it to compute stuff, kind of like a calculator, except it's a lot more complicated than a calculator. You're using a computer to do it. So anyways, that's it. So thanks for watching. By Ace 1000KS 1975 signing out. Oh yes, another thing. You could save it, of course. That's what I forgot to do. So I'm gonna save it. I guess saving means downloading it, right? And you could use this in Microsoft Word as well, which I will show you. So I just created this on Google Spreadsheet, but I could use it on other. Okay, now I'm on. Let's say I'm on another computer, and I'm gonna open the spreadsheet that I created on Google Docs, and this is a Microsoft Office, and what I created on Google Docs can also be used on any other type of spreadsheet as well, as long as you save it to the appropriate one, which I did. See, the same one here on Microsoft Word, same. So you could just use it cross-platform as well. So just because you created it on Google Spreadsheet doesn't mean that you could just use it on Google Spreadsheets. You could use it on Word as well. So that's the good thing about Google Docs. And I guess the only way to save it is by downloading it, which you saw me do earlier. So anyways, that's it. So thanks for watching. By Ace 1000KS 1975.